Damn, son, where'd you find this?
People don't be offended by the truth. They be offended because you called out the truth. Simple as that. They don't want to hear any other narrative that makes them look bad.
One thing I can't stand at this big grown age is somebody who act like cause and effect does not exist. Like, yes, your actions caused this outcome. Yes, what you did lit the match. Like, why are you surprised and playing victim?
Guys, Chico, they never lied.
That's how you know somebody doesn't respect you. They listen to reply, not to be understood. They cut you off. They minimize what actually matters to you. They laugh at your boundaries, and then they call you sensitive when you try to hold the line. They show up late, they cancel last minute, forget the things you've told them, because in their world, your time, your energy, even your voice aren't a priority. They're just an option. You see, there are two kinds of people. Those who adjust when they realize they've actually hurt you, and those who expect you to adjust so they don't have to change. You don't need to be disrespected loudly to be disrespected deeply. Sometimes you'll see it. It's just in their tone, in their patterns, in the silence after you're known. Respect isn't what they say when they're watching. It's how they act when they think you'll tolerate it.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Peace and blessings, man. Glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. Monday's right around the corner. We here. It's a blessing to be amongst the land of the living. Kiss your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, hug them. Show them a little love today. Get the bitterness up off you. If you're going through something, I hope and pray, honestly, that you get through it. Shout out to my poets, my writers, my content creators, everybody who pulled up for the open mic last night. That was dope. Hell of a good show. If you weren't there, you missed out. It was pretty fun, man. I missed doing them. And hopefully we get to do another one this weekend coming up. So if you know poets or you are one yourself, reach out. Let's lock in and put on a show for the people just to have a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. No matter of fact, I swapped it. It's going to be 7. Wanted to make it a little earlier for the people. Shout outs to Sydney, Rob, and new co-host, my man Catrell. We working on some more things. Be on the lookout. We growing slowly but surely. You see the title. I'm not going to stall it out. What's going on, man? What's going on in the world? Your boy allegedly got his name mixed up in some stuff. But is anybody surprised? I got a clip I want to play for y'all. It actually hit 5 million views. 5 million. And I know I wasn't the only one waiting, but these emails, all these emails got Trump name in it, and he doing everything in his power to ignore it and pretend as if it doesn't exist or none of this is happening. But we are here. Let me bring this up on a big screen. I'm going to play that clip. How long is this? Actually, 2 minutes, 43 seconds. I'm going to let that run. Just in case you're not familiar with the story. Some of you already are. You got memes and all that. Like, the internet don't play around when it comes to shit. Some stuff y'all be doing too much with. I love dark humor, but y'all be taking some of that shit way too far. But this is serious. This is the country. This is us. We're all going to be affected by this in some type of way. So I'm gonna let this video rock out, and I'm gonna give my 2 cents, and we're just gonna go from there.
This morning, the bombshell release of what House Democrats say are emails to and from deceased convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, several referring to President Donald Trump by name. In an April 2011 email released by Democrats on the House Oversight Committee, lawmakers say Epstein wrote to his now convicted accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, 3 years after pleading guilty to sex crimes involving a minor, telling her, "I want you to realize that dog that hasn't barked is Trump. Unnamed victims spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned." According to the released emails, Maxwell responds, "I have been thinking about that." But this summer, in a recorded interview with the Department of Justice, Maxwell told Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, the president's former lawyer, she never witnessed Trump act inappropriately.
"I never witnessed the president in any inappropriate setting in any way. The president was never inappropriate with anybody. In the times that I was with him, he was a gentleman in all respects."
Shortly after that interview, Maxwell was moved to a minimum security prison camp, prompting criticism she received special treatment. Committee Democrats also releasing this January 2019 email, where Epstein corresponds with author Michael Wolff less than 6 months before the financier would be charged again, this time with sex trafficking of minors. Discussing President Trump's repeated claim he kicked Epstein out of his Palm Beach club, Epstein writing, "Trump said he asked me to resign, never a member ever. Of course, he knew about the girls as he asked Ghislaine to stop." President Trump has denied any knowledge of Epstein's alleged crimes.
It's a hoax. It's started by Democrats.
After Epstein's arrest in 2019, Trump said he hadn't spoken with him in 15 years. And earlier this year, Trump claimed the reason he banned his one-time friend from Mar-a-Lago in the mid-2000s was because Epstein stole Trump's club staff, including young women.
He took people, and because he took people, I said, "Don't do it anymore. You know, they work for me." And he took, beyond that, he took some others. And once he did that, that was the end of him. I didn't like, when they steal people, I don't like it.
And no response yet from the White House on the release of these emails. Meantime, right up here on Capitol Hill, in just hours, Speaker Mike Johnson will swear in Representative-elect Adelita Grijalva. The speaker has prevented her from 7 weeks now from taking her seat. She says one of her first orders of business will be signing that petition, providing the last signature it needs to force a vote on the House floor for the release of thousands of other pages of the Department of Justice's Epstein records.
That's just one part. Now, if you just came over here, the woman that they are speaking of already signed off on it, and she made it perfectly clear that she wants those files to be released. And I think majority of us here want those files released for a number of reasons. But this isn't the only thing. Trump has brainwashed millions of U.S. citizens into believing that he is for the people. Oh, he signs off on this here one day. He signs off on this another day. He gets rid of a couple of folks that are illegally here. He does this, he does that. Okay, that's cool. But not taking into consideration all of the other hardships that he has contributed to making our lives more difficult. $17 trillion missing. A large sum of money continuously being sent to other countries. We can argue about this all day. I'm not here to tell you what to side with. I'm not telling you what to believe in. As far as I'm concerned, everybody has taken their side, right? One thing we can't disagree on is that he has been the worst president that we have ever had. By far. I'm not here to speak politics. I'm here to speak to the public. For as long as I can remember, I haven't seen too many benefits from him being a president. I haven't seen him do too much of anything that made me say, oh, I wish I would have voted for him. Oh, he's not such a bad guy, even though he's been convicted of a dozen different things. He's the first person to ever be convicted of a crime and still become president. I've never been convinced, not one single time, that this was the right candidate. And honestly, I don't think there's a human being on this planet that can do the job without someone trying to attack them or assassinate their character or take them out. Because in order for you to represent an entire country the way that we need it, they're not going to allow that to happen. He's definitely not it, regardless of how you feel about anybody that came before him. He's definitely by far not it. But this is the one that I want played. This is the one that I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. Like I already knew or already believed without a shadow of a doubt, sir, that you had something going on with Epstein, you and your billionaire buddies. All of y'all got that bread. Y'all out here playing golf and playing around in the playground, messing around with kids and all types of weirdo shit. All of them. Every single person, damn near, for the most part. If they got money, it's most likely that they are not who you think they are. But you say anything against them, oh, you don't know what you talk about. You hating on these people. You just don't like this. And oh, shut up. Oh, you're a Democrat. Oh, you're a leftist. I don't subscribe to none of it. I'm not a left. I'm not a right. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not none of that. All I want is for the right person for the job. Period. It's as simple as that. And most of these men and women that are sitting in these seats, they are corrupt and greedy. And they're gluttonous and they're filled with sin and they're filled with ugliness. Their hearts are not with us. Their hearts are with themselves. They operate and serve a master that is not the one that you think it is. But let me bring this up. This is the one that I want to really bring up before I continue on with this. Where is it? This is the one right here. Tell me this ain't true, sir. Hold up.
I'm just telling you the facts here, yo. I'm just telling you the facts here, yo. Eve. I'm just telling you the facts here, yo. Eve. I'm just telling you the facts.
Wait a minute. What the hell is going on here?
Eve. I'm just telling you the facts here, yo.
Okay. Why is this on? Hold up. Hold on a minute. Let me take this off of here. I gotta fix that. That don't look right. That don't look right at all. There's another video. Your boy allegedly has been doing some weird, freaky Brokeback Mountain shit. Yeah. I don't know. Allegedly. Let's go with allegedly. Let me see. I'm gonna try to bring this back up. All right, so they try and play with me. I'm gonna look for the other one. There's another one. Basically, there's a email that's suggesting that your man was giving sloppy top to Mr. I never had sexual relations with that woman. And I don't believe he's addressed it. I don't believe he's going to address it. I think Bill Clinton did, but let me see if I can find the right one. Let me see. Let's see. I'm trying to. I wish I could find the one that I actually had before, but and then this one right here, I don't want to fuck with this because they be playing around with the copyright shit. Let me try this one. This might be one. Let's try this one. This ain't the one that I saw, but it's close enough. That right there, this shit right here do look child like. Hold on, y'all ain't see this. This shit look child like suspect. I ain't gonna hold you. Ain't no grown ass man doing no shit like this. Hold up. All right, let me switch this over here. All right. Bring this up here on the screen. All right. Is he hold up? Was he doing what I think he was doing? Was he did he have his whole hand on that man meat like that? Hold up. Yo, yo, nah. I don't even know the timestamp on this. When did this happen? What are we doing here? Let me play the rest of it. Yeah, I'm not even copyright shit. Look, I'm gonna say this. It doesn't matter if you rich. It doesn't matter if you poor. It doesn't matter what part of the world you come from. Men and women, if I haven't seen anything in my life, I've seen enough to know that there are some sick ass people out here. Like literally, there are people out here that do some ungodly stuff. Homosexuality, hey, You have your preferences. You do whatever you want. That's not my business. You like what you like. Even though I have my own personal opinion about it, I'm not going to get in your way. I'm not going to tell you what to be attracted to. But this right here is really weird. Like, really weird. Show of hands. How many men in here or women in here just go around putting their hands on somebody's private area? Oh, good luck. Good luck. Go break a leg and then you smack them on the dick, or you grab their pussy or something. How many people are just casually doing that? I don't give a fuck if I knew you for 25 years. I'm not touching you. Not, hell no. So these emails, they consist of his name being mentioned. It consists allegedly of him giving a blowjob to the former president. Allegedly, we don't really know if it's true or not, but the mere fact that your name is even brought up in there, even though you tried and tried and tried and tried and tried for months to keep us from talking about it, you kept us from even asking about it. You kept on delaying putting the files out. You kept on trying your best to avoid and evade. Here we are. Here we are. And you don't have nothing to say about it. Oh, you think that removing the tariffs on certain foods to help out is going to distract the people? You think that having ICE running reckless out here in different parts of the world, just arresting random people just based off of skin complexion, they're not even identifying people properly, they're not even identifying themselves properly. You think you're just going to send a bunch of goons out here to do random shit in the public is going to distract people? Sending money over here and over there. You think we're going to forget? You know how many men and women are innocent in jail for the crimes that Epstein was sentenced for? Do you know how many human beings we live next door to every single day are predatorial? They literally prey on children. Do you know how many stories I've covered up here on this channel about grown men and grown women preying on kids? I can count on both hands and then some. So many different cases. Like I said, I don't really play the political stuff. All I care about is right and wrong. Your sexual preferences are your sexual preferences and those alone. What I'm concerned about is the hypocrisy, the lies, the deceptions, the continuous manipulation of the people. You got folks doing your dirty work for you. They believe that they're doing it for the right cause, but really they're just a tool to keep you from being held responsible for screwing over the entire country by giving them empty promises. Or maybe they just fit in your pseudo lifestyle. I don't know if this is what you really are, bro. I don't know if you like taking it up the butt. I don't know if you one of them fruity type of dudes. But it's looking a little suspect, ain't it? A little too close to comfort. So let me get this straight. You done grabbed a woman by her pussy. Nobody said nothing or did anything about that. You ain't get impeached for that bullshit. Then you got in trouble for basically triage. You got in trouble for lying and doing all types of underhanded deals. You were found guilty for at least 7, 8 different fucking things. Still ended up the president. And here we are. Your denial of even having any type of friendship with him afterwards. And then these emails come out. You know what? Forget that. How is it that y'all have had this for all this time and we're just now seeing it? Why y'all couldn't just put this out before? What was so difficult about us seeing this before? The JFK assassination. Y'all took forever to give us that. You gave us that like it was nothing. But then when it comes to this, you beating around the bush. You building a fucking dance studio in the White House. You spent millions over here throwing a fucking millionaire party. You're doing all of this other shit, but the country's suffering. Jobs ain't paying like they supposed to. Families can't get work. The government shut down, screwed people over. Folks was breaking into stores. You got all this chaos over here. You got all these people complaining. You got all these folks disgruntled and upset and angry and crying. Do you know how many men and women are frustrated? You send all of these folks in uniforms to Washington and Chicago and California to do what? How about we be honest here? Let's just completely be honest here. We are dealing with a group of men and women who are money hungry, power hungry, and they are willing to do whatever is necessary to maintain power. And they're freaks. They're all weird freaks, nasty, all of them. Like honestly, we all got like little kinks and fetishes with people that we care about, stuff like that. Some of y'all like toes and shit. No, these people, man, they own some other stuff, and like you would think that this is a joke or hyperbole. Is not. This is the world we live in. You scroll social media all day, you see it. Trafficking, bestiality, people getting their organs snatched. They have a whole organization for making profit off of selling people's organs. You would think this shit is a movie, man. This is real. This is the world we live on. You out here sucking penis, my guy? Is that what you doing? Can we at least for once in our lifetime get one honest president, one real solid president that ain't got a whole lot of stuff with them? You go into their history, they not known for touching on kids, and they're not known for stealing from the government. They're not known for lying about this. They're not known for. Can we at least for once in our lifetime get one honest human being in office? We don't have to agree. In fact, I think we've removed the space for people to agree and disagree way too much. One thing we can agree on is good and evil, right and wrong. As there'll be 20 people that will come to Donald Trump's rescue and say, oh, he's done this and he's done that. And then there's going to be 20 and 30 more people that's going to say he did this and he did that. How about he never did any of this and he's only responsible for all of that? How about that? How about you be responsible for actually being a good, honorable man of the people? You out here doing what? Allegedly? Can't be. Not you. Not you. Oh no. You perfect. You're invincible. You're a billionaire. You're not buying protesters. You don't deal with corruption. You ain't kicking homeless people off the street onto other streets. That wasn't you that sent the National Guard with a fleet of trash trucks, dismantled people's tents. They sleeping on the park bench. They sleeping on concrete in the grass. That wasn't you that sent them there to destroy them people's homes. If you want to call that a home, destroying their identities, whatever they had left, whatever remnants of what their life looked like, that wasn't you that sent them Coast Guards there to destroy all of it. Straight to the incinerate. Nah, that wasn't you. But the people want to argue about the good that he's done. But as much good as you want to say, let me tell you something. It is no different than being a lukewarm Christian. It's no different than straddling the fence, pretending to be a good guy or a good woman because you donate to charity or because you, I don't know, gave somebody decent advice, but you are still out here sleeping around with people, cheating on people, lying on people, gossiping. It's no different than that. How are you going to claim to be this when you're still living like this? That's who you want to be an example for children? That man sleeping with porno stars. This man was associated with a well-known pedophile. And then everybody that falls under him, including his former acquaintance, this woman sat up here and lied. You know damn well what type of time he on. All of you know what type of time he on. Most of this stuff is right in our face, and nothing has changed yet. Would it be surprising if he was really doing what he is alleged to be doing? There was another video. I don't know what happened here. I don't know why it wouldn't let me play that shit. Allegedly, Putin even knows. Allegedly, Putin even knows your boy is like this. Again, that's your prerogative. Everything is pretty much out there. We know you're a criminal. We know you're a thief. We know you're not really for the people. And it's sad and it's unfortunate that we're so divided and torn. I thought we all wanted the same things here. I thought we all wanted justice. I thought we all wanted freedom. I thought we wanted a healthier life, a longer, illustrious, abundant life. Everything is poison. None of the food is healthy. Everything is cancerous or brings you into obesity, high blood pressure. Shit is sad, man. But this is what sin looks like. This is what sin looks like when you allow money, power, and greed to dictate what is important. When you have a group of people with a common cause that opposes what the rest of the world desires and needs, you are the actual enemy, because they want to raise their families in a safe environment. They want to be able to make a honest living without having to struggle every day of their life, working 20 jobs just to pay rent in a small ass apartment. What's going on? Do people really actually care? Do people actually care if he really engaged in any man on man? I don't think that's really the problem here. At least that's not my concern. I could care less about that. This is what I would like to see happen. I would like to see him impeached. I would like to see these files opened. I would like to know every single name that is on these files. And I would like to see all of them held accountable for whatever role they played in that sadistic lifestyle that they successfully got away with for over 15, 20, 30 years. You can't have somebody serving two masters running a country. You can't serve two masters. It's either you serve God or you serve Satan. Nothing about his lifestyle suggests to me that he's God-fearing whatsoever. I'm tired of people trying to defend it. Why are you trying to defend it? Nah, none of us are perfect. Yeah, we're all flawed. That's obvious. Would you want somebody who has a record for touching inappropriately on children running your country? Allegedly. Would you want somebody with a criminal background being your boss? Would you marry somebody Would you have children with somebody with that type of demonic spirit imprinted on them? Probably not, right? No, nobody does. It's clear as day. A lot of our people don't want God. We want to live the life that we created through our own reckless behaviors. We want to live in sin, and we want to create our own laws and our own rules and our own jurisdictions. Everything that is happening in the government is in direct correlation with their own needs and desires. Everything that you are seeing happening on the news is in direct correlation with everything that they wanted. We didn't sign up for any of this. I didn't ask for that. I did not desire to have this type of community overlooking an entire country, period. All of them are irresponsible. All of them are childish. None of them have self-respect or dignity. Only but a handful, and those little select few, they can only do but so much. Probably a lot of them probably got killed off or got their whole entire lives uprooted and destroyed because they tried to speak up against the bullshit that they see. I pray for the country. I pray for my neighbors. I pray for the kids that got to grow up in this. Money and power in the wrong hands, it always ends badly for everybody else. The only ones that really actually suffer are the ones who try to do everything by the book. Oh, but God is coming back. Jesus is coming back at some point. We need to pray more. We need to fast more. Me personally, I can't speak for y'all. Y'all might not even believe. But if you do, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is spiritual. This isn't just physical. This is a spiritual war. Homosexuality is being put in our face way too much. Only reason I'm bringing this up is because this man sitting up here trying to act as if, oh, he didn't have no knowledge of nothing that man was doing, trying to ignore it with all his power. But he know what's going on. He's been known. Most of them already know. So when I seen this, I was like, hold up, what you talking about? Bill Clinton and who? Bill Clinton. I typed it in, and then I saw the post. The post played perfectly fine. He did what? To who? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me go ahead and address that one real quick. I'm not with it. I'm not. And I don't think it's going to get any better, honestly. I think it's only going to get worse as time progresses. because nobody's really trying to put a stop to it. Blessings to that woman who said, I'm going to sign off on this, bring the files out. No more stalling. We want them immediately. Shout out to everybody who pulled up. Appreciate you. Satan is working overtime, doing triple and double shifts, trying to distract us from the real threats, the real problems. We got monsters in office. We got monsters on the job. We got monsters living next door to us. The real enemies are the ones that have the same skin suit that we do. We sit up here arguing with each other over who's right and wrong and this, that. That's what they want. While they get these luxury trips and they get to fly everywhere in the world and waste our tax dollar on their expense. They get to eat on our expense. They get to maintain their generational wealth on our expense, on our pain, on our 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 hours a week, giving breadcrumbs to the average worker. And they out here doing the same things that us little people are doing down here on planet Earth. Perverts. Now I'm not, if it don't apply, let it fly. Why do you think the dark web exists? Why do you think these conspiracy theories exist? Why do you think this music is promoted as much as it is? Why do you think these movies have so much hidden gems in it? These people have been playing in our face their entire time. So if him and Bill Clinton on some download shit, I ain't here to judge you. My issues with you go beyond your sexual endeavors, sir. My issues with Donald Trump don't have nothing to do with that. Your character is in question. Your morals are in question. Your history is in question. Your personality is in question. The way that you've ran this country is in question. The way that these old ass wrinkled up men and women in the government, the way that they've treated this country is in question. See, for real, if you suck a little dick, I'm not going to really be surprised. A lot of dudes are down low. A lot of dudes really be on some weirdo shit. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not surprised at anything that happens now. Kids killing their parents and all type of stuff. I'm not like, oh, what? You're just a horrible representative of the community. Period. Not one time did I ever have faith that this man was going to change the world or do something that has never been done before. Oh, you've definitely done that. You got rid of PBS, my nigga. You said, forget PBS. Now, I grew up on PBS, dog. You fucked over the Smithsonian trying to get rid of the Black history. You've been doing some real shady shit. I bet the list of things that you've done negative outweighs the things that you've done positive. Do y'all care if that man is homosexual? Do you believe that any of this is real? That he did any of that? Matter of fact, do you believe that he partook in the adventures of Epstein Island? Allegedly. Do you believe he had any role in it? Because nobody goes to the lengths that he did to avoid it. He's been doing everything in his power not to deal with that. And people have been screaming for it forever. It wasn't that long ago. I did a video on, I believe it was 3 or 4 women that said, man, we just gonna have to do this shit ourselves. Y'all not gonna do it? All right, cool. We're gonna put together our own list and we'll see how y'all feel then. The truth gonna come out one way or another. God don't like ugly. Humans think they can play God all day. You're not God. And just because we're here in this shell and you have the power and the resources to be able to shut people up and silence the evidence and make it to where people's voices aren't heard, you're not going to be able to stop the anointed. You can't stop the anointed. If God wants the message out there, if he wants to reveal something, it's going to come out. There is no giving somebody $1 billion to shut them up. You can't bribe everybody. Your money can only get you but so far with people who are superficial and their values are tied to worldly possessions. That don't work on people who have a relationship with the Creator and they live beyond just, oh, I got a roof and clothes and shoes and hats and I got a follower. Everybody don't depend on this stuff for their nourishment or their joy, because we know who the real supplier of all of it is. Everything that the United States has, it's a gift from God. None of this stuff is ours. None of it. You sitting up here practicing witchcraft and sorcery, and you putting on a show for the people who got them disillusioned, thinking that it's this and that when it's really something else darker than what we could ever imagine. You can get away with that with folks that only see on a surface level. You can't pull that over on everybody else. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna see. There's gonna be a lot more to come. I know it is. And these are my final thoughts. You don't have to agree with me or believe in anything that I'm saying. That's cool. Which is why I kind of just zoned out and just went in with my thoughts. Everybody ain't telling the truth. There are people that are literally grifting and lying to us all the time, and you think that they're your friends and your heroes, and they're here to save the day. No, they're not. They've been getting away with this for years. I hope you guys have a blessed week. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Drive safe. Try not to get into too much. Heal your heart. Clear your mind. Get anything in you that shouldn't be there, get it out of you. If it's not a God, get it up out of you. This is bigger than us. What's going on in the president's office, in the White House, is bigger than us. It's deeper than just what he's doing. It's not just about him. Lord willing, we will be back tomorrow. 7. My bad. Shit, I don't even think y'all heard that. Shit, I took that all way too soon. Have a blessed night. I will see you guys tomorrow. Appreciate all the views, all the opinions. God bless you all. I'm out. See you later.